It was an amazing day. It was packed with wonderful lightning talks, presentations, talks, questions. I hope you had an incredible time with us. That's all from us for now. You can stay here to participate in the Google News Initiative Lab sessions with Caroline Scott, who's now entering the screen. She will introduce you to the potential of machine learning and show you, and also how you can use it responsibly, enhancing your reporting. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in September.
Hello, Caroline. You can start whenever you want. Nice to have you here.
Hello, well, thank you very much for having me here. It's been a brilliant event, packed full of talks and things to take away. I'm so glad that I was here for it and that you've invited me to speak. So thank you very much. It's an honour to join the lineup, and welcome to everybody who's clinging on to the end of the day, who's staying with us. It's really nice to have everybody here watching.
Thank you. You can start, Caroline, whenever you want. Yes.
Thank you. Angela, are you able to share mic? Brilliant. Wonderful. Yeah. Well, hello, everybody. And as I say, it's great to have you guys sticking around till the end of the day. Hopefully there'll be lots that you can take away from this session on machine learning that we're going to be running. So my name is Caroline Scott. I'm a Google News Lab teaching fellow. I'm based here in London, and today I'm going to be speaking to you about the power of machine learning technologies, that's ML technologies, and how you can use it responsibly to enhance your own journalism. Now, if you've never heard of the Google News Lab or the Google News Initiative and you're quite new here, that's absolutely fine. I'll just give you a brief overview of who we are and where we're coming from today. So as a teaching fellow, I work as part of the Google News Lab, and that sits within the Google News Initiative. Now, the Google News Initiative, or GNI as we call it, is Google's effort to build a stronger future for journalism. And my role as a teaching fellow is focused on the first of those 3 E's, so to elevate and strengthen quality journalism. Now, the other areas of focus for the GNI that you can see there are evolving business models through programs such as, you might have heard, Subscribe with Google, and also empowering news organizations through technological innovation. So this is mainly achieved through our regional innovation challenges, as well as the development of our tools for journalists. And we have many tools for journalists that we teach through our news fellows all over the world. So we have our teachers that we go into newsrooms. We do a lot of it, of course, online at the moment, but we're usually with journalists doing practical workshops and sessions to help them develop their skills through researching, visualization, verifying information. So taking some of that hard work away from you guys and teaching you some tools that you can use in your everyday work in your newsroom. Now, I've put here on the screen a URL for our training website. It's g.co/news training. And there you can stay up to date with the latest tools and workflows for finding and telling news stories. This is our training website, so you'll find a variety of different lessons on there in PDF format that you can just do in your own time. So there's a range of different tools. Some of them I'll be talking about today, and some of them you can just go off in your own time and see what's out there and explore. So it really is there to be an asset to you and a resource that you can go back to and come back to whenever you like. So today we're going to be speaking about machine learning. So machine learning, what is it? Well, if you've never experimented with machine learning before, or you've never really dipped your toe in that water, essentially machine learning, or ML, is an application of artificial intelligence, and it provides systems the ability to automatically learn and improve from experience without being actually programmed. Now, machine learning already powers so much stuff around us. You know, we would have seen it in our everyday use even today. So without even realizing it, you might have used a GPS navigation software like Google Maps, a streaming service like Netflix or Spotify, or maybe even a social media site like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Okay, so the chances are, whatever your role in the newsroom is, or whether you're working as a freelance independent journalist, it's more than likely that machine learning has already supported your work at some point through the different stages of the reporting process. Maybe that's in transcription or translation. So what we're going to be doing today is exploring how we might be using machine learning in our own newsrooms, and most importantly, how you can get started with it, because we're here to empower you guys to actually develop new skills and to start start with some of these tools for yourself. But at this stage, I'd like to introduce you to a resource we have for making sense and understanding artificial intelligence. Now, this is a beginner's guide. It's an A to Z guide, and it's a collaboration between the Oxford Institute at the University of Oxford and Google. And it's a great way to explore what artificial intelligence is and how it works for the industry and consumers. So it's a beginner's guide, but it's also going to work as a great refresher if you've taken any of our machine learning courses that I will be talking about during this session. So this is what it looks like if you go to that website, and you can see there's lots of bite-sized explainers that anyone can just dive into and do, depending. You can jump into any of them. So we've got one on bias, climate, data sets, ethics, human in the loop. There's so many different ones that you can experiment with. So if you are new to AI, this is a great resource that you can use. But first of all, before we dive into any heavy lifting of machine learning, we're going to have a bit of fun, play a little bit of a game. And if you're watching on a computer at the moment, if you've got your laptop open, just open a new tab for me and go to g.co/quick draw, because we're going to do this together. So essentially, Google Quick Draw is really fun. It's an AI experimental version of Pictionary. We all know Pictionary. We draw the word, and we're going to have a go at it online. So I'm going to show you what it looks like on the front end, and we can see what it looks like in terms of our artistic abilities. You can kind of judge mine and see if I'm any good at this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to see a word, and we're going to draw that word, and the machine's going to guess exactly, what that word is. So I think we'll do this about 6 times. So I click Let's Draw, and if you're at home, do it with me. So we've got draw chandelier in under 20 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to use my mouse. If you guys are doing this at home as well, follow along with me. So click got it, and I'm going to draw
icy line, or water
chandelier.
slide, or tent, or swing set, or long hair. Oh, I know, it's chandelier.
There we go, we've got it, chandelier. And you can see the text coming up at the bottom of the screen. So draw a purse. Let's have a go at this.
I see hexagon, or pillow, or suitcase, or envelope. I see eraser, or gift, or elbow. I see book.
It's not getting this one. It's my best purse.
I see newspaper. Sorry, I couldn't guess it.
Okay, couldn't get that one. Hot tub in under 20 seconds. Let's try this one.
I see pool, or diving board, or bread. Oh, I know, it's hot tub.
Wonderful. Lantern.
I see square, or soda can, or dishwasher, or passport. I see book, or washing machine, air candle, or gift. Oh, I know, it's lantern.
We've got that one. They've got the lantern. Draw a mailbox in under 20 seconds. These are quite difficult.
I see line, or stairs. Oh, I know, it's mailbox.
We've got that one. Draw a flashlight. I think this is the last one.
I see circle, or spoon, or dumbbell, or baseball bat. Oh, I know, it's flashlight.
Okay, I'm glad you guys in the comments think it's funny. I'm thinking, gosh, I'm awful at this art attack. Anyway, so there we go. We've drawn our 6 objects, and you can see there that the neural net figured out 5 of those doodles. So it's quite fun to play around with. But, let's think about how it works. So this game, and, we think about machine learning. If you think of some of those examples I spoke about earlier, so like Netflix and Spotify and Google Maps, it's all about collecting data. So collecting as much data as possible. And in this game here, the game is collecting data. So it's collecting all of those doodles that I've just drawn there and millions of others that have been used in this tool. And it's contributing to the world's largest doodling data set. There's a bit of a tongue twister for you. So it's shared publicly, and it's basically there to help with machine learning research, okay? Because obviously all these doodles are going to be slightly different, but also slightly similar. So these are there to help developers train new neural networks, help researchers see patterns in how people around the world draw, and of course, help artists create things we haven't even begun to think of. So if you can see here, there's over 50 million drawings, and you can see there's so many different words that people have drawn, and we can jump into any of them. So let's go bread. And we can see here, we're looking at 1,116,990 bread drawings. And you can see how people have drawn bread in different ways. Good to know I'm not the only one that's drawing capability isn't 10 out of 10. But you can see here there's so many different ways that we can draw that icon, that bread, right? So this is actually collecting all of that information and that data into the tool. But how exactly does that work? Well, if we think of machine learning, this is, you can see on the screen, our Google Cloud AutoML technology. And essentially what you're going to be doing is seeing a visual representation of the process now. So this is going to enable developers with limited machine learning experience at Google Cloud AutoML to train models to their specific needs. So you can see here, we've got the sketches, they go in. The algorithm then assesses them, guesses what that word was in that example, and then the guesses come out. Now, that was a little bit of fun. We were drawing some objects there, and I'm sure you guys will have had some fun doing that at home yourself. But the power of this technology is that we can use Cloud AutoML to recognize images that are correctly labeled. So if you think of the huge potential that this could have for journalists who teach an algorithm how to identify something that they might be interested in. So for example, like an investigation that they're working on. So to use all of these images and teach the machine to actually work it out for itself, think how much time, how much technology, how much we could do with that. So one brilliant example that we wanted to focus on today is from our partners in Texty in the Ukraine. And it shows us how we can apply this type of technology, so this machine learning technology, to the stories that we tell in the newsroom. So here, as you can see in Leprosy of the Land, Texty has built a model to help them identify illegal amber mines across the Ukraine using satellite imagery. So you can see they've got a range of different images that have been labeled and uploaded. And what we've actually got for you is access to these images that you can create this model yourself, and you can get started in the fundamentals of machine learning. So what I'm going to be talking you through today is the courses that we have on the Google Training Center and that you can use to get started to recreate this model. So first of all, of our machine learning courses, you can see that we've got the introduction to machine learning here. It introduces you to the potential of machine learning. It helps you reflect on how you can use it responsibly to enhance your journalism. If I just jump into that, you can see here that there's a range of different modules that you can do either individually or one after the other. So we've got, is machine learning the same thing as AI, different approaches to machine learning, how you can use machine learning, bias in machine learning. So as you can see, it goes on. And we also have a quiz there at the end. So we tried to make it fun for you guys to get started with this technology. Now, we also have a secondary course to that, which is this hands-on machine learning course. So this is basically building on that introduction, and it's a practical guide to get you stuck in. So rather than the theory of machine learning, this is there so you can see those images from Texty and you can get started with that model yourself. So we're going to be doing that today. So this is essentially step-by-step on how to use a Google Cloud account, select the correct backend to build a model, upload tagged images, train and test your first ever machine learning model. So it's really cool. As you can see, it's similar to the introductory course in terms of there's different modules. We'll tell you how long it takes to do all of those modules as it does on our training website for any of the courses. And you can see here, we start off by learning about machine learning, and then we go into learning how to use the Google Cloud AutoML software, and so on and so forth. And you actually develop your own model during that course itself. Now, in today's session, we don't have time to go through it step by step, but what I'm going to be doing is giving you an overview of how it works so that you can actually do it yourself at home in your own time. So you can come back to this recording and you can come and rewatch the session, and you can just do it alongside me. So the first step that you're going to have on our hands-on course is to go to the Google Cloud platform. Okay, so All the main tools that you'll use as part of our course are available there. It's a completely free course, accessible to all of you, and you'll be able to build your model using the Google Cloud Vision API. So essentially, this is the tool that will build the machine learning model that can then recognize, in this example, illegal amber mines that we've just seen from Texti's investigation. So this is what it will look like on the front end when you create your account. Now, just a quick note here. When you click try for free, because you can use this tool for free at first, you do have to enter your details of a credit card. Google is not going to charge you, but I just have to tell you that. It's just to make sure that you're not a robot, but in fact a genuine user that wants to start experimenting with AI technology. There's no way around this step, unfortunately, but it won't charge you. However, once you're signed up and you're started with your project, you'll have a free $300 amount of credit so that you can start experimenting with. So you've got your Google Cloud account, you're on the platform, you've put your card details in, you're ready to go. Now what you're going to do, and as I say, you'll have step-by-step guides on our website, you're going to create an account and start a new project, okay? So you can have as many projects as you like inside your own account. So you can work on multiple different things at the same time, which is fun because you can experiment in different ways. Now, once you've done that, you're going to upload your tagged imagery as a data set, okay? So that tagged imagery that I'm talking about is imagery from Texti that we've got there from the amber mines, and you're going to be able to download it direct from our training website. So to do that, you can see here I'm in the Vision tab on the left-hand side. Vision, because we're talking about how to build a model to classify and read images. It's a visual model. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to give you guys the images to work with. And one of the key elements of building a working model is uploading tagged imagery. Now, in this example, that you'll be doing at home, you won't actually have to do this yourself. All you'll have to do is upload the imagery. You won't have to tag it positive, negative yourself. Of course, the two most time-consuming parts of creating a machine learning model is actually tagging the images positive and negative prior to uploading them to the model, and then letting the model develop over time. So what we're going to do is we're going to skip forward that section. We're going to give you the images that are already being tagged. Okay, so you just have to import them and just leave it to go. So as I say, you can access this imagery from Texti via the links in the lesson itself, so on our website, and that will take you to a Drive folder. And from the Drive folder, you just right-click, you download the whole folder, which you'll need to upload and train your ML model. Okay, so you'll need to do the same for the negative folder. I think there's about over 1,000 different images there, so it might take a little bit of time. So if you're watching this back, you might just have to pause the recording and just click play as you go. But once you've uploaded all this imagery into a new data set, you're going to click Start Training. You can see that Start Training icon at the bottom right of the screen there. And once you click Start Training, essentially, this is when the model begins to be developed and iterated on, okay? So let's just imagine we've done this. And as I say, on our website, you literally have step-by-step guides on every single thing. So if you're feeling like, it's a lot of information, remember, you get step-by-step on our website. But once you've actually uploaded all your tagged imagery, you've left it a moment to start training. What you can do then is you'll get the results on the accuracy of that model. So you can tweak the tolerance here as well. But pay attention there. Can you see there? You can pay attention to the precision and recall amounts. And they note the accuracy, essentially. So the amount of false positive and false negatives in the model. So essentially, the higher the number here, the better, because that means there's less mistakes in that model. So you can also access at this stage, and you can dive into this deeper. And you can access a full evaluation. So you can alter the confidence threshold on this data set. And you can also see this data in a few different visualizations, which is really useful to demonstrate the model's accuracy and to understand it. So once you're happy with this, you can click Test and Use, and then you're going to deploy the model. And now at the end of that course, you're basically going to have a fully functioning machine learning model, which you can identify amber mines in any image you upload. So any image you upload, that's really cool, isn't it? Because it's already been trained, it's already been developed. So it's pretty cool, huh? So essentially, while the model we've built here works with Amber Minds, once you've done that and you've got quite confident in that, what you're going to do is follow the same steps and upload any images that you've tagged yourself, positive and negative, and you can create your own model that will identify whatever you want. So you can see how you can bring this technology into your newsroom and other applications that you might want to use it in. But I must note here on this page that you can see, once you've used your model and you're happy with the result, make sure that you click remove the deployment. So you can see that on the right. Otherwise, you can get burnt by unexpected costs. Okay, so make sure that you are aware of that. But these two courses on machine learning that we've got on the Google News Initiative Training Center, they're there and we want you to go and try them out. We want you to develop your skills and test them step by step. Now, they are there for, as I say, instructions as you go. So you literally can have 2 different windows open on your computer and you do the step-by-step modules and fill out the quizzes. And as I say, they're really, really easy to access. You just go to g.co/news training and you can dive directly into the different courses. Now, I would say that it is probably wiser to start with an introduction to machine learning. It takes about 50 minutes to complete this. And as I say, there's a quiz at the end. So if you do this one and you get to grips with the theory of machine learning and AI first, then you can dive into our hands-on challenge here where you can get your hands on all those texty images. Now, on our training website that I mentioned at the beginning of this talk, we also have a range of other tools that you can dive into, from research tools to storytelling, verification, visualization. And this is what it looks like on the front end. So if you go there and you can click on tools, you can see there's a range of different courses. So as you can see here, we've got Podcast Manager, we've got, and there's our machine learning courses. You can see we've got our geo tools, mapping. We've also got our research tool, Pinpoint. So there is so much information that you can use on our site, as well as the machine learning and data tools there that you can see. So that's a quick summary of the courses that we have here on the Google News Institute Training website. But we also do have an email address that you can contact us if you have any questions about the training, tools, or if you need any help with any of the lessons. You can get in touch if you do have any issues yourself as well. Now, as part of our work at the Google News Lab, we work across the world. And as I mentioned, we teach individual newsrooms how to use this technology. So if you would like to get in touch and you would like an individual lesson for your newsroom on anything from Google fundamentals, how to use search, how to use digital data visualization, or of course, any of the topics that we've covered today, we can do so. So do get in touch with us. Make sure you make note of our contact details there. So, Angela, thank you very much for having me here. And it's been a pleasure to speak to you all today. So as I say, please do get in touch if you do have any questions.